Hello and welcome to the channel. So I got another video for you guys today. So this is a Honda Odyssey versus a Arkansas State Police. Now we've seen some wild videos from um, Arkansas Police Department or state troopers, and those officers over there don't mess around. Um, but anyway, I've read the comments and you guys are wild. But anyway, I'm not gonna spoil the video for you guys. Just watch the interactions, and then I will give you my input here and there.
February 2025, confirmed injury shooting.
10-4, can you check a deal?
Correct.
935-077-316.
CFS received. CFS comments added.
So the first thing when you get pulled over is just get your stuff ready. Make sure you have your license ready to go, driver's license ready to go, or your ID, whatever it is you got, and make sure your insurance is ready. That's why you should always make sure that your tags and everything is straight. So when you get pulled over, you can just give it to them. Never, and I mean never, ever, ever, ever argue with a police officer. At least not in the street. You take it to court, whatever you got to deal with.
So it's showing that your driver was suspended. I'm driving out? Yeah. Do you have your driver's license with you? Do what?
What's this in my car?
I know. No, yours is not suspended. Your driver's license. You're on the recently cited. Yeah.
No, my dad's
So-
on this.
No, her dad is on this and her. Not me. I'm not on insurance with this.
You've gotten pulled over in this car before, correct?
No, no.
No,
Okay.
he's never drove this car.
Okay. Well, it's showing.
That's my sister, man.
Okay. Well, it's showing. So
Obviously, something pulled up because as soon as they ran the plates, some information popped up, and that's what he was going by. If I was the officer, I would have kind of, not given away that information yet. I would have just ask him for his, driver's license, insurance, and then go from there from the investigation. You never want to give out all the information, especially from being a cop. You can't just be accusing people of doing something without getting a little bit more information. I mean, he already had the information beforehand. I think he should have held on to that information, ask for the driver's license and insurance, and then, go from there. If it's suspended, then, obviously get the car towed or whatever it is you need to do. But what do I know? I'm just an armchair
when I run the license plate,
quarterback.
it shows everyone that's
So
gotten
you guys
pulled
in the
over in
comments
it.
would say.
So it's gotten a warning or a citation.
Ain't me.
And I clicked on your name, and it said
He
suspended.
doesn't even know my. How do you know my name?
You got your ID?
I mean, I don't have to provide you that. I can give
You're
you my
driving,
name.
aren't you?
Yes, I do have an ID.
Okay.
I do have a license. I do have a license.
Okay. You have something with your name on it?
No.
Okay. Do you have your insurance in here?
Yes, sir.
Where y'all headed to?
DoorDash.
DoorDash?
Literally, that's what we do, man.
Why
We have
didn't
two.
you-
We're in the middle of two DoorDashes right now.
Okay.
And how are you saying the insurance come back with my name on it, but you don't even know my
Not the insurance.
the
license plate.
The license plate.
Yeah.
What was the name on the license?
I'll give it to you here in a
You'll
second.
give it to me. He's gonna give it to me in a second, sir.
Okay.
So I mean, am I
You
being
have your-
recorded or anything?
Do what?
Am I being recorded or
Yeah.
anything?
You're being recorded. Do you have your insurance in here?
Yes, sir. It's on that side. That's what
Like I said early on in the video, you never want to argue with a police officer. You never admit to anything either. Just, wait until he gives you whatever information, whatever he asks for. You give it to him, let him do what he needs to do. And most of the time, the interaction with a cop could last like 5 to 10 minutes. The longer you argue, the longer things can turn out pretty bad for you. So just don't do it.
Do you have your driver's license?
Yes,
Do you?
sir.
Okay.
So can you
Hang
tell?
on.
Oh,
I'll
can
give you a
I
second.
get your badge number?
You'll get it here in a second.
I have the right to.
Okay. Okay.
I
Just
have-
hang on. You have it.
So can I have your badge number, sir?
Hang
so
on.
why did I get pulled
Hang
over
on.
today?
Hang on.
You don't even know my
Do
name.
you have
You
it?
don't even know my name yet.
Say it.
Yet,
Homie's
you
going
don't even know
100
my
miles a
name
minute.
yet, sir.
You have it?
You don't know my name yet.
I'll
Yet
give it to
you
you
pulled
here in a
me
second.
over saying because my name is on the vehicle. You don't even know my name, sir.
Say it.
Sir, that is wild. This officer here, who I don't doubt, pulled me over because my name is on the record.
718.
Conference A7, 1050.
I'm 1050. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Just hang on. No, hang on. Hang on.
And whenever I get a cop behind me, I know all my stuff is straight.
I'm about to pull him out of the car. He's being difficult.
And
So, just heads up. He's probably
you
gonna
know,
start fighting.
sometimes you do get nervous, especially if you have a record or whatever the issue is. You know, you don't want
Grant and Washita.
to add on to more charges on yourself.
Seven, was that traffic for me?
Any copy traffic?
Go ahead.
Just confirm, no bond warrant, no election dot. Are you gonna have any additional charges?
Negative, not yet.
So it gets pulled over for whatever reason. The video kind of starts, the cop is on the second lane and he's on the right lane. Then the cop gets behind him, follows him for a little bit, and then, turns on his lights. And, obviously calls him in to dispatch. Dispatch gives him certain information on, who was driving that car, or that person may have a suspended license, or whatever the case may be. Trooper approaches, gives him the information, which I wouldn't, I would hold that information and just kind of like request for the information that I need, which is, driver's license, your insurance, and then go from there. And then once you do your investigation and he's got a suspended license, then, you go from there. Whether you give him a ticket, arrest him, or whatever it is that you have to do, you never want to give them too much information, because then you get in a situation like this.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
there's insurance, man. That's all in here. There's registration. What's
Okay.
the name on there? Do you,
Yeah.
you don't even know my name.
Here.
That's my sister's name, bud.
That's registration, not the insurance.
Oh,
The insurance
the
are-
insurance is right beside
It ain't that one. It's the other one. It's a red piece of paper that's right over there. Not that one.
it. I mean, you can just run the tags and know.
I know.
You know.
What?
Oh, there.
You mind if I unbuckle?
Hey, what?
You mind if I
Can
unbuckle?
you
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, we are not. There was no reason for you to pull me over. None.
I'll explain it to you in a second.
I was obeying the speed limit. I was doing 30 miles an hour. The only reason you got behind me was because I put my blinker on, but I am door dashing, literally, and I'm probably gonna get bad ratings for this. My house is right there. I really need to take this door dash.
Just give me a second. We'll be
But
doing
you don't
here in a
even know.
second.
You didn't even ask my name. You said my name. You pointed at me.
I know your name.
Who? What's my name?
And I'll tell you.
What is it?
I'll tell you here in a second.
It's Dylan.
It's not Dylan.
Oh, it is Dylan.
Yeah, try that.
It's been Dylan since I was born.
I don't know if it's stopped.
Are you gonna roll with that? It's Dylan?
It is Dylan.
Okay. You can have that back. Step out for me, John.
My name is not John.
Step out.
My name is not
Step
John.
out.
Excuse me, sir.
Step out.
Excuse me, sir.
Step out.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
Step out.
Excuse me, sir.
Step out.
Excuse me, sir.
Don't,
I need to.
Step
Excuse me,
out.
sir. My name is not.
Step
Hey,
out.
excuse
I'm
me,
about to
sir.
drag you out of the car.
Sir.
I'm about to drag you out of the fucking car if you don't get out.
Sir.
And we're off, folks. He's running.
7, 10, 37.
Where do you think you're gonna go? They clearly know the vehicle that you're in. You're not gonna get really far, honestly. You're not. But the one thing I will commend this officer is the fact that he's not just blazing through the stop signs. He's slowing down in the stop sign, making sure that it's clear before he goes in. We've seen other chases where cops just, blow past stop signs, lights, without actually just slowing down and checking, make sure that it's clear. And sometimes it ends up badly for the police officer. And guess what happens? When you get caught, you're gonna get charged with, whatever happens to that officer. So if that officer ends up, unalive, guess what? You're getting charged for, manslaughter or whatever it is. Now you're doing more time than if you would just stop and take whatever punishment comes your way. You just take it. You pull over, you deal with whatever you got to deal with in the court. But you never want to argue with a cop on the street. That's their domain. That's their territory.
Left on Westover.
You're at a disadvantage. But my man says, I'm getting out of here in that minivan. You ain't catching me today. I'm not stopping.
Right on Garland.
As you can see, he slows down, makes the right turn.
Left on Thornton. Right on Hobson.
CFS comments added.
And then he brake checks him. I don't know if he's brake checking him or if he's not trying to let him pit maneuver. But the cop does have like several opportunities where he could have pit maneuver the minivan. I mean, I've seen some wild videos from Arkansas police pit maneuvering vehicles, motorcycles. I wouldn't be doing nothing crazy over there in Arkansas, man. Hell no. I'm gonna follow the rules because I know.
Left on Cooper.
I think. All right, so he drops her off. She's like, I got nothing to do with this.
Was dropped off Hobson and Cooper.
He's on his way to make his delivery. He's got to make sure he get that 5 stars.
What's that speed?
50.
So the cop slows down on stop signs. And you have 2 ways you can go, left or right. But that minivan, let me take it back a little bit. So he's got to be going extremely fast. There is no way that he's going to be able to make this left turn or right turn. So he definitely went straight. He's like, oh god damn it. But I'll give him I'll give him some props here. He makes sure that he was being safe, making sure he's looking left and right, slowing down. He's just not blazing through the stop signs. You know, we gotta look at the positive here from an Arkansas trooper. But anyway, obviously the car wasn't stolen, because if it was, they wouldn't have caught his ass, because they did catch his ass. They caught your ass, cuz. They got you. So Holder, the guy that the trooper was talking to, he was charged for fleeing by vehicle, which is a felony, obstructing governmental operations, a misdemeanor, fleeing on foot, because they when they caught up to him, he took off, he went running, and a criminal mischief ×2, which is a felony and a misdemeanor. Holder was also issued a citation for driving on a suspended license. See, that's all it would have been. That's all you would have gotten if he had. Oops, I don't even have it right here. I apologize about that. He would have gotten a citation for driving with a suspended license. That's all he would have gotten. And then he also got hit with failure to obey stop signs, driving left of center, reckless driving, no signals for turning, and failure to maintain control. So you got a felony. But I'm sure Mr. Holder is an exemplary citizen. He's good. He doesn't have any criminal records. But anyways, these kind of cases, sometimes they end up extremely bad for both people. So I will leave a link in the description if you want to go see the rest of the videos. But spoiler alert, there is nothing extra. They end up not finding him, at least not that day. The next day they did follow up and they did catch his ass. That's why he was hit with those charges. Let me know in the comments below. As always, make sure to stay safe and obey the law. And for God's sakes, man, if you get pulled over, just give them what they want, whatever it is. Don't argue with an officer. Deal with it in the court, because it never ends in your favor on the streets. That's all I can say.